We're back.
Oh, I think it's still,
Feeding.
yeah. I wonder if I
Put on the one to say Antoine.
see if that's better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, it says live.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, y'all. Hopefully,
We're
y'all come
back.
back in the room. Got on a roll. Facebook was like, hush that junk
Like,
up.
I know. Stop all that talking.
All that babbling
I
on.
know.
To merch.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all give us something y'all want to talk about.
Yeah, give us a subject to talk about.
Yeah.
Just let us know. Let us know what's on y'all minds.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
One thing I would like to bring up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's uh-huh.
Yeah, it cut us off, so we went back on it. What's that? Some money? You got my money?
Hey,
You got my money?
come on alive, Twan.
Mm-hmm.
Come on alive with us.
Look at my baby. He building a Yeah,
There's
you
a
do.
shower in the
Come on.
man cave.
Building us a new shower in the
In the
man
man
cave. Huh? Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, y'all. So we're back. Sorry about that. I think our internet didn't work too well out here.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha, it's great to be independent, but as a community, we would benefit from group economics, right? That
Mm-hmm.
ooh,
Like other
that's good.
cultures.
That's good. Go
Now,
ahead.
one thing I do want to say about that is that being around other cultures,
Hmm.
I've learned a lot of lessons in life, and it has taught me what togetherness is, what family is,
Yes.
what friendships are, and
Yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah.
I can call some of my friends in New York now, and or a family member of theirs, and and they fits a room for me to come up there and stay now,
Oh yeah.
and I in our community, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong by saying this, in our community, I find it very hard to connect with a lot of our people that are not of like minds.
I find
You
it
know,
hard to connect with anybody that's
that's
not of
not
like
like
mine.
minds.
I can have a conversation, but like my energy always got to be
Yeah, my
organic.
energy
It
got
got to be
yeah,
organic.
my energy got to be organic, and I have to feel comfortable
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can say some of our family members I don't even feel comfortable around at times, and they make me at unease
Interesting.
about situations, and so I it's very hard for me
Hmm.
to say that there is a black community, African American
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
There's hard for me to say that there's an African American community because we have for so long tore each other down, or if they see somebody that has taken the time to focus on themselves and get themselves in a situation financially that they feel that they're working on to
Yeah.
feel good for themselves,
Yeah.
then someone that is going to say something about you,
Yeah.
or they don't do nothing for this,
Yeah.
or what is it, money is the root of all evil,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
get it's I think the community is too much. I was listening to music. I'm not music. I was listening to a podcast of some organization talking, and it was about African American, and it's like this is what you got to do, and this is what we need to do, and this, and it kind of like left like who are they to tell me what I need to do? Like
But the crazy part about it, it's all, most people follow the herd, and I know it sounds crazy, and most people want to be told what to do.
yeah.
That's something that I've learned over time. Like they do, it's very few people that like just get up and take initiative.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got very few entrepreneurial. I mean, entrepreneurs out here
Mm-hmm.
because like most people need to be told what to do.
Yeah, and see,
Most people need to be told what to do. But and like you just said a minute ago about this, black people, African Americans
mm-hmm.
have zero community for real.
There's no
There is
community.
no working together like
No.
Latinos. I have properties, y'all, that we sell to Latin people. And it might be three or four of them come together on one property, all of them putting in a few $1,000s. They, have a split according to whatever it is that they put in.
Mm-hmm.
And very few of us, because we don't have that mindset. I mean, it's like we got a crab in the bucket type
We
mentality.
do.
For
get in and get out
real.
quick. You know, like it's almost like
Nobody want to see the other man win.
no, no.
They don't, and that's real sad. And we were
Hmm.
talking the other day, and hey Naya,
Hello, Naya. Hmm.
but we were talking the other day with Sam, and you were talking about the black community this, and Sam was like, "Is there a black community?"
He
And
said,
that's true.
yeah.
You ask a lot of times, how are other people able to come over here, the
Hmm.
Hispanics, and accomplish all these things, or the Asians and accomplish all these things? It's
Hmm.
because of the community that they have, right? Only
Hmm.
because of the community that they have, the trust that they have, the
Hmm.
togetherness. Like, they come and bring their resources together. Hey, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
And we don't do that. Um, and not saying that because there is a, as a whole, I'd say no. But I know I got a group of black friends that all day would chip in to do something.
Hmm.
But again, it's a different mindset, and I think
It is.
that's the thing that we have to start working on within our community. Because if you have a different opinion than the next man or your home team, somebody in your hometown, then you think you better. You
Yeah.
think you this or whatever. I'm like, nah, I'm really trying to speak game. I'm really trying to give you
Help
a different
you.
way to
Help
think.
you help yourself.
Yeah,
Try to
because
help you
it's your
help
mindset
yourself.
that got you in the situation you in.
Hmm.
And it's your mindset that's going to either elevate you from that situation or keep you there.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So if you're looking at everything in a negative light all the time,
Hey, Pam.
sorry. Hey,
It's
y'all. I'm glad
wild.
y'all came back. Yes,
It's
indeed.
it's really wild, Court. I think of a lot of things that just shouldn't be. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of things that we have done as a community to ourselves. That's why Renee has that everyone watching the cocaine thing, and also Crisis on Federal on YouTube. Crisis on Federal. People, we have to realize that yeah, certain things were done a certain way to make our situations like that, but you got
What you
to
mean, like situation, like
like just
oppressed?
oppression.
Okay.
Yeah, like that happened. Yeah, that all of that happened. Um, the '80s when crack came, yeah, it was a way to hurt the community, and it was a way of mass black men and women in prison, right? But we weren't the ones that bought them here, but we was the ones that was sold on it to sell it. I was one of them,
To sell
to
what?
sell drugs,
You so dumb,
cocaine,
Uncle.
yeah.
Uncle so
So I mean, I
dumb.
was one of them. So,
No, I knew
so
that.
look,
Can y'all
but
believe Uncle was a dope dealer?
I,
Unreal.
hey,
Unreal. I love these get it out the mud
but I
stories.
wasn't on the streets though, like running
Yeah.
up the cars and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. It
Yeah.
was more of
That's why people be, when we go to Gainesville,
yeah,
so
look,
many
like
street dudes be up to like,
it was
what's
another
up?
way of doing it that I
Mm.
never did.
Yeah.
I skipped that line, of
Yeah.
doing it like that.
Yeah. Interesting.
But it also was a way that we were hurting families.
Yeah.
Like it. We were hurting a lot of people.
Step on in that truth.
It was a lot of people that was being hurt
Wow.
by that. But what did we see? We was impoverished, and here comes this new drug that was cheaper than cocaine. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah, cheaper than cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
That you just added baking soda to cocaine, spread it out, and people would get addicted to it even more. And they could get it for $5, $10, or $20.
Wow.
And so people start rushing up to it like that.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
so it was an easy way of a teenager making $2,000 a week
Yeah.
versus making $2 or what was it,
$200 a week.
$3.75 was the minimum wage back then.
Wow. So let me
And
ask you
so
a question. What happened? What took place that made you stop or stopped you from selling drugs? Do you remember?
I do remember. I started hanging around people that was mentally better.
Hey, boy, that circle. I'm trying to tell you,
I started hanging
that
around people that were
circle.
mentally better, and it took me out of that element.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, the money wasn't even interesting to me at that time
Yeah.
anymore, because I seen I seen more. Look, she said I found out more about my neighbor. Look, but there's no respect.
No, finish telling us, Uncle.
Okay, well, just say I started hanging around people that was showing me
Yeah, that's true.
more. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They were showing, okay, you don't, you're sitting here selling drugs, and you go just do that for the rest of your life. Which
Yeah.
I never went to prison, or I never got caught selling drugs, but that was because of where I was at. I wasn't at that level running the cars or running on the street
Okay.
and letting people know that I was in
Okay.
that game like that.
Okay.
So being around that and being around others, that, I mean, and
That's
everybody
true.
was mixing and mingling around each other. I found a better crowd being
That's
within that circle. You
all
you
it. No,
go.
that's all it takes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I sit back and I look at like at the core anybody that I was absolutely close with growing up.
Mhm.
Almost every one of them, 90% of them are doing well,
Mhm.
very well,
Yeah.
and that's something to say. Like so, it matters. You know
It
what I'm
does
saying? You
matter. Your
start
circle
eating
matters.
like the people around you. You start talking like the people around you. If the people around you work out, you start working out. You get what I'm saying? So that's how influential. That's why you really need to be so intentional
Yeah.
about the folks that you spend your time with, because you literally, like it or not, easily influenced or not, if you say you are or not, you
Mhm.
are going to, you're going to start using the same little words. You're going to start,
Throat
and
lozenges.
except throat licensure. I might end up using that one day. I just brought it up now. Throat licensure.
Throat
Oh,
lozenges.
fancy self. But you do,
But you
y'all. Bank
do.
account's gonna start matching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If
Mhm.
if you got the right mindset, you got the right people around you,
Mhm.
you're going to automatically, if your mindset is right, elevate. But you gotta
Mhm.
understand, you gotta know that you are worthy. I was talking to a friend that I've been friends with a
Mhm.
long time. And she finally said it out of her mouth. I knew what was holding her back because I've been around all my life.
Mhm.
It's the self talk. It's the way that she looks at herself. It's the fact that she really don't feel like she's worthy is
Mm.
the exact reason why she hasn't elevated to levels that I know she's capable of. Super talented person.
Mhm.
I mean, super talented. But it doesn't matter what somebody else sees about you, right? It matters
What
how
you
you
see.
see yourself. It matters how you see yourself. So,
And that's another thing that's the sad part about it. That do you find, and just say, like how we were saying, people said you forgot where you came from, you da da this and this.
mm-hmm.
But when you see yourself, and when you elevate
Yeah.
on another level
Uh-huh.
than other people do, you don't really worry about what they say.
No, because here's the
You
thing.
know.
You don't.
You
Because
don't.
you hanging around the same people that with the
Yeah.
mindset you have, the ones that don't have that same mindset. I mean, you get what I'm saying? I worry
Yeah.
about the people that do and not the ones that
They
won't
don't. Yeah.
when it comes to business. Like I'm not gonna sit right here and post about all the people that I tried to buy their houses and they wouldn't let me buy them. No, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna put my focus in what didn't work. I'm gonna put my
What
focus
word?
on the people that do, right? Because
What
that's what I
word?
want to keep attracting. What you focus on, where focus goes, energy flows. So
That's
if I'm
true.
focusing on all the people that won't, guess what's not gonna happen?
That's what's
I
going to
won't
happen.
close the deal.
And you want to continue winning. You want to continue
Yeah.
winning. That kind of brings me to that topic that we were talking about. Okay, just say this. The only time I'm associated with people in a negative undertone is on Facebook. You get
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah.
And because my day to day activity is not like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the people that I'm around on a regular is not
Oh yeah.
negative.
Oh yeah. Not at all.
They feed me with high energy,
That's right.
and positive affirmations.
Yeah.
And so when I go to Facebook, if I try to share that, just share a little bit of,
Yeah.
if we shared a little bit of our life.
Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping we're doing
Yeah,
right
and
now.
I hope we're doing it right now, and I hope it reach people and they think that it's very positive and it's motivational to them. But you'll get some people that say, "Oh, they forgot where they came from. Oh, they think they're this. They think they're that." But then they don't know our life
yeah,
experiences.
I feel like if anybody says that about me, and I've heard that a couple times, you know, but I feel like if anybody says that about me, they truly don't know me, because like
that's true.
I'm probably the most I mean,
loving person,
yeah,
sweet,
you
and
truly
everything.
don't
Yeah.
know me. I'm just me. I don't even know what to say. I don't even want to say humble. I'm just me. I'm so yeah. Whatever.
I me too. On
I don't
Facebook,
get
I
it.
come across as an asshole.
I
I do.
do. Y'all think?
I do.
Put a one in the chat if Uncle come across as an asshole.
I come across on Facebook as an asshole.
No, really, put a one in the chat. No, just kidding.
And I know I do. You know, I know I do, because certain things I have a
I think
way.
people enjoy your post though.
I have a way of saying things that people may not. You can either take it as an okay, he's saying it this way,
Yeah.
or he's being an arrogant asshole. And I'm not trying to be an arrogant asshole. I'm just saying it as in my viewpoint of it, and the way I see it, and the realest form of me actually saying it. You know, and that's just how I am.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I think people so used to having people around them that sugarcoat everything and that's just not blunt and upfront. I prefer the type of friendships and associations where like you can give it to me straight.
Yeah,
because I like being straight up with people, and so I like it the same way. I mean, I like to dish it and I like to take it the same way. And now to me, those are the best relationships, because when you're not able to do that, I feel like it just sits up and it festers up and it makes the situation worse.
Anger.
Yeah.
Comes anger.
Yeah, it really does. So, you know.
Thank you, Tina.
Exactly. I believe it was still in that crowd. Michelle said she believes if she was still in that crowd, she'll probably be dead or in prison right now. And she said, I made a choice. And that's what I'm talking about. Our life looks like our choices.
That's true.
Period.
That's true.
The truth is an acquired taste. It really is. And everybody is not ready for that flavor. Everybody ain't ready for it. They want to live in that bubble. I don't want to be in that bubble. Let my friends, I love the best of my friends be like, hey, you know what? You being a bitch today.
Yeah.
Like you on some other whatever. And guess what? Phone ring. We still going to the movies later. Yeah. Ain't nobody mad. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for telling me that.
Exactly. I'm gonna have a moment. Nothing's messed up my whole day ever. You know. So I don't think you're an asshole because you say what most of us are thinking. You are definitely blunt.
Thank you.
But when you straight up, then you mean
exactly.
Exactly. Yep.
You don't have a filter, Pam.
Oh, that's Michelle. Oh,
that's Michelle.
Oh, you know what? The whole time I'm thinking that's the other Michelle. Michelle Payne.
That's Michelle.
I don't know. That ain't her name, Michelle. What y'all really call
Pam?
Pam. Yeah. The whole time. Oh yeah, that one don't have no filter either. I love you too, Mark. Where y'all at? Yeah, for real. Y'all need a podcast. Really, y'all?
What's up, Paul?
Can this kind of be like our podcast? Can we just record some of these? I can't even keep up with all that stuff. I downloaded the app to do a podcast and just to sit down and focus.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm hell when it comes to focus. I wish Portia was on here. Portia was at my house the other day. I know I burned because it was just too much going on in the kitchen while she was here.
You
so
about 5 pancakes.
I know I had to burn 5 or 6 pancakes and waffles.
And 3 waffles.
So she was looking like, damn, what the hell is wrong with Courtney? I'm like, yeah, just to know me for real. Yeah. I'm real discombobulated.
She's like, what about it? It's burning again. That was fun.
Oh, man. Do I know Paul?
Yeah, Paul. Well, Paul, he lives in Gainesville. He went to North Hall.
Oh,
North Hall, right, Paul?
I don't know anybody who went to North Hall, really.
Except for Naja.
She went to West Hall.
She went to West Hall. Yeah.
It was something else I wanted to make a point on. While we are here, what was it? What else did we say we were gonna kind of touch on?
We took notes too.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all let people borrow money? That's a question. Can y'all put a 1 in the comment for me, please, on this one? If you let people borrow money, do you let people borrow money? Oh, he went to West Hall, so you know Naja.
You know
Kenny,
Naja.
our classmate. Y'all doing? Thank you, Kenny. What up, man? That was my question. Do y'all let people borrow money? A long time I did. I mean, I still do, but I got stipulations to it. I collateralize my loans with something. Hey, you want to borrow it? Let me hold something that's of value. Once you give me my money back, I'll give you this back. Or, if I don't do it, like I got cousins, they may be on here, I let them borrow money and I put my interest on it. And if you try to slick pay me back and you don't have my interest on there like we discussed, it's over with. So you don't have to worry about asking me again.
I think if a lot of people have done that, like put interest on it or hold a collateral and hold people obligated to, because in order for someone to have a major concern about something, you got to have them obligated to a collateral or something like that. Especially, and when it comes to money, if I just say, here's this, just pay me back when you can, it doesn't hold them responsible for anything. But
okay, go ahead.
But if you put a loan on, put some interest on it, or document it, make a contract with them. I don't think there's nothing wrong making a contract with people. So.
Candy said, heck no, if you need to borrow money, you need to wait until you have it. That's another one of my things.
That's true.
Especially if you borrow money for like some leisure activity or something like that. You just want to, take a trip or buy this or do that. Like, come on, you need to take it when you have the money.
He said, been burnt too many times.
Exactly.
That's a hurting feeling too, especially when it comes from somebody that you love.
Yes, indeed. I tell people
and
that
they let money they let money get in the way of their love for you.
That's true.
That hurts.
And I do the same thing, Naya, to people as well. When I know they don't really have the ability to pay me back, and if it's not really hurting my situation at all, then I'm just like, and I know I'm not going to get it back, and I don't want to mess up my relationship or my feelings towards that person. I'm like, hey, you don't owe me anything. That's fine. But let me say this too. Even in that, like kind of what we were talking about before we got cut off. Had a person, they called and asked me could they borrow $7,000. They'll pay me back, once they got out of this situation. But I know in order to get that $7,000 back, and I know from the history of dealing with them that the situation was gonna repeat itself anyway. So I'm gonna give you $7,000. You're gonna be back in this situation again. So what I said, well, I can't let you borrow $7,000, but I'll give you $1,000. You already told me you had talked to, somebody else, and they could possibly give you $3. So here's $4. Here's $1. Don't worry about paying me back. Instead of possibly being grateful for that, they stopped talking to me.
Oh my!
I gave them $1,000. You know the situation I'm talking about. I gave them $1,000. You don't owe me back. It's not a loan. Do you think that's fair for them to not speak to me again? And I don't know if they thought, well, maybe you got it, you should give it to me. I'm a smart steward over my money. Okay? Right? I don't know. That was kind of hurtful because that was like, hurtful. God.
I gave you
the $1,000. It might not have been all you need, but I gave you what I could give you and said, don't worry about paying me back, right? Just take that.
Ew.
Yep, to this day.
I'm like,
to this day. Yeah, they don't talk to me. Yep. So I'm just like, man, that's people are interesting.
People are brave and bold.
Do you feel like people owe? Like I never feel like anybody owes me.
I don't feel like anyone owes me anything. I feel that I feel that I am responsible for myself, and I don't know if it's because of my upbringing.
Yeah.
I was a parentless teenager. I was a parentless teenager, and my brothers and sisters was trying to live their life and get their life in order because they were young also. So I had to teach myself, and so I had to learn early to take responsibility for you more than anything.
Yeah.
So that's why, and especially with my lifestyle, God knows what would have happened to me if I wasn't like that. I would be dead by now, but I had to take responsibility for every single thing that I did in life. So I don't understand nobody not taking responsibility for anything and just letting things just fly by.
And that's the thing. Nobody wants to. Everybody want to blame something on somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't fix my mouth to even ask. Oh, talking about for the 7,000. Yeah. Oh, girl, please, you'll be surprised.
I
don't know if you was on here earlier. I'm just like, I done paved the way for somebody for 10 years. Probably did more than I have for my mom for this particular man. Stayed in one of my apartments for free for a year. lived in every single one of my vacant houses back and forth, to make sure he had a place to stay. Brought him into my own personal home for 3 years. Bought him a truck. Got him jobs. I was the employee. Like, just all these things. And, when it was time for him to go, it wasn't even like a bye, a thank you, or anything. So, you can do so much for people, and they don't appreciate it. You know what I mean? So,
they take full advantage of the moment. And I, like I said earlier about that situation when we was upstairs, I said that instead of them using those 10 years to grow, they could have grown in many ways from them. They could have invested in properties with them and grew their portfolio up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of these 10, I said within these 10 years, instead of them learning to grow from you.
Hadn't grew one bit.
They didn't grow.
Look, don't get on here talking about no names. But yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was him. Can you believe it?
Who is that? Oh.
How do you know him? She was one of my real estate clients.
Wow, yes, it is.
Yeah, unbelievable. But
wow,
it was. My gosh, but y'all, people out there, it's been interesting. I could
life's a journey.
Tell so many stories about situations like this.
Life's a journey.
Real.
Life's a journey.
Yep. I got friends. I watch them go through the same thing. I got one friend I know. People think she is the complete bank. She just called me just a minute ago, and I listen to the stories of how many loans and how much she gives to people, and and it's people like us that get people ass to kiss. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no little bits of money that people be asking for. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
And a lot of people in our community will say after they borrow, "Oh, they got it. They ain't worried about that. They got it." And just assume that your money is not allotted in other ways. You get what I'm saying?
But in the people that do that though, that's why they're always in the situation that they're in. Is because you can't. If I got folks like this, y'all, let me say this right here. I needed $97,000 the other day to do a deal. Money tied up, good deal. I didn't want to let it pass. I don't have the $97,000 to do this deal because my money tied up in all these houses right now. I made one phone call. And one phone call.
In less than 5-minute conversation.
It was like, God damn it, when do you need it? Shit, you got to give me more notice than this. What the hell? Oh, God, how much am I going to get back on it?
Yeah.
And had it. And had it, no problem. And that's what I'm talking about. When you operate in that, and if something changes, guess what? All right, cool. I'll have your money back by and I'll give you $10,000 on top of what you gave me, right? And I'll have it back by Tuesday. Guess what? That closing got put off. It got put off because the second appraisal was needed. All it took for me is to make a phone call and say, hey, I thought I would have it to you by this time. Now, granted, I gave him a extended time than what it actually would be, so he's still going to get it back before I, whatever. But I kept him in the loop, and that's what I'm talking about. People will start avoiding your calls, not communicating. I have a group of friends around me right now, lying or not. He's telling you, I made that one phone call
within 5 minutes
and had that wire sent. No problem. Because he's done this with me several times, and the word is bond each time. I'm not going to shit on you because I might want to use you again for later. And it's always mutually beneficial. You're making a turn on your money in a couple days, So that's the thing. If somebody is going out of their way to look out for you when you want to borrow something, y'all messing up when you don't communicate properly and keep your word. You can't call me talking about, well, I had to pay Georgia Power. I'm sorry, I can't such and such.
No.
Shit, I got Georgia Power too.
I got those same bills.
I got the same bills y'all got. Exactly. So I'm sick of people,
same
man.
Bills.
Oh, that's why I can't hang around too many of y'all. Boy, I tell you, got to be intentional about that circle.
You do?
I am not. I cannot. Let's see. Nia, just basically being a decent person. That's it. Be who you
we
want.
want someone to be to you. Exactly.
That's it. It's
That's
literally
true.
that simple.
That's it.
It's that simple. And I mean,
That's so true.
mm-hmm.
Have y'all found yourself? Have you found a new circle, or have you found yourself in a since 2020 that those people, those number ones that was in your life,
Ooh.
has changed? You know, like 2020, the number ones that was in my life changed. It
Yeah.
was either got better or it got distanced,
Yeah.
as I don't know what,
Yeah.
and it's hard to recover from that distance. You know, so
Okay.
a lot
Somebody try to bring it back
try
out
to
of the
bring it back
distance
to
that
how it
separated
was.
y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2020 has, to me, it was a revealer. It
Mm-hmm.
was a revealer of who people were,
Mm-hmm.
their true intentions in life. And if you're not a thinker,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not a thinker, you didn't even realize what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so you were just acting as your own self, and you were being exposed for who you truly was in 2020.
Yeah, energy can't lie. It just doesn't lie. So you can say what you want to.
And
People feel the
no,
vibe. People know what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, and people will use you up until you're not per se. I don't know. I think so. I think it's a lot of mental illness too out here,
It's
man.
a lot of mental illness.
You know, it is. I need to turn on. Yeah, turn your notifications on, Tori, because we be here getting. We need to do a live together too, Tori, a real estate live as well. That my girl. Kim, why you just getting on?
Look, preach just getting on.
Yeah,
look.
yeah. That's another person I was just kind of referring to. You know,
Yeah.
that helps so many people. That let so many people borrow and borrow and whatever, and they think because you got it, they don't supposed to pay you back, or oh, it didn't hurt you, whatever. Nah, that's not how it goes. That's so disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, why you gonna step on the hands that feed you? You just watched the first one. That's what, man. Yeah, we had to come back when that thing cut off, boy. Come on, let me hold on. Click request to join, Kim.
Yes.
Click request.
She said, "Call me." On
I want her to request to join. Send a request, please.
How do you do
Oh,
it?
we didn't go on that way again. I'm finna call on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all want to hear all this. Let me call on speaker.
There we go.
Did she send a request to join?
She didn't.
Okay, we didn't go in that way.
We didn't go in that way.
Y'all want to hear this? I promise you. Let me put her on speakerphone, baby.
She said, I'm about to go live
too. That's all right. Come on in this room right quick, though. Let me.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Kim.
Y'all get this word now.
I just came in. I just watched your first live, and I put up a post this morning. I know you commented on it. I know K-Boy shared it on her page. And I don't know if it's just the day of the givers are like fed the fuck up or what, but it must be today. Because it's only so much giving that we can continue to do before we just have to shut down all the shops and say, you know what, y'all have the same opportunities that we've been given every single day. And on your first video, Courtney, you said, I can sacrifice my time, my schedule, my family can take all these sacrifices for me to make sure we straight. And you don't have to make no sacrifice and won't hesitate to pick up the phone and get something from me. That is BS. And another thing, because I'm about to go live, I'm actually going to go comb my hair, put on some makeup, change my shirt, and get in front of the camera because I'm just so fired up on this topic today. I sat here and watched. Now we have the first VP in the house, first female VP, black VP at that. And I sat here and watched all day long, everybody with their chucks and pearls, with their daughters, with their chucks and pearls, and I'm all for the spirit and everything that they represent. But I sat back and said, I don't know how many people really even understand what those chucks and pearls represent, because you'll be hype on January 20th, but on January 21st, you'll be performing as if your ancestors ain't did all the stuff they had to go through so we could even vote, and now one of us is sitting in the White House.
Woo!
We done forgot about all that.
Woo!
In a day. But we caught on January 20th. That shit lasted for 24 hours for half of people. And it don't make no sense. It just doesn't make no sense. It don't make no sense how many times people see glass ceilings getting shattered. I'm talking about glass everywhere. It don't make no sense contributing to the damn problem and can fix.
That's true.
Can fix their lives just by the power of a simple decision, but they won't do it. But it'll be over here willing to inconvenience us to convenience themselves, and it's just bullshit.
Yes.
I mean, it's just bullshit. I'm so fed up. I literally have so much money owed to me right now that I'm like, I didn't have to track you down when you needed the shit.
Exactly.
And it's just it's too much, and it's almost like you feel so disrespected, like people purposefully are pushing buttons every time I see you on social media living your whole best motherfucking life, and you owe me $50,000.
Woo!
You owe me.
Woo! Don't that hurt?
2,500, and you over here jumping your ass off of a yacht in Jamaica, bitch.
Oh!
Wow.
Kimbo.
It's on another level.
Yeah.
And the disrespect has just got to stop. And the moment you say no, fuck y'all, don't call me for shit, that's when it goes south. And they're like, oh, she done forgot where she came from. Nah, baby, I just know where I came from and how hard I worked to get up out of that shit. And I suggest you do the same.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's no guilt, and it's no explaining, and it's no, I'm going to explain myself to you. It's a simple no. And I'm sorry I can't help you, but no, I'll pray for you, though.
That's right.
I'll offer you a word of good old prayer.
That's right.
We can do that. And that's it. And that's it. So I don't know. I mean, today is just one of them days I'm feeling it on my end, and I'm about to go live on my page, and I'm about to say what the hell needs to be said, because y'all can only imagine how many people are in my inbox on the day.
Man.
I have given y'all so many tips and techniques till I can't even drop no more. What the fuck else is it left to say?
Yes.
Your own child or your own eviction notice or your own foreclosure bill ain't moving you into action.
Woo! Wow. Girl, get on that live. I'm ready to hop on. I'm ready to hop on this live.
You ain't about that life, and you need to be renting in a shoebox.
Yeah.
A shoebox, matchbox lifestyle, because it don't make no sense to keep letting every opportunity pass you by like that.
Wow.
And you ain't dead or in a nursing home or in a wheelchair. What is your excuse?
Wow.
That's true.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
It's too many opportunities out there, and you're talking to an entrepreneur of over 20 years.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, what in the world?
Wow.
You're right, Kim.
But that's it.
Wow.
That's it. It don't even make no sense.
That's a whole word, and we will be joining you over there on your live in just a minute, ma'am. Go ahead and
listen. All right, y'all.
All right, we'll see you shortly. Bye. Y'all, that's a whole word.
That's a whole word.
If your eviction notice, if your foreclosure notice, if all these things, your kids, if that's not moving you to make different choices so you get different results, I don't know what is. Because I'm going to tell you, people like us, we are tired. We are tired. And like Uncle said just a minute ago, I mean, I had a little group, and I can tell people are like, well, how do you find leads, or how do you do this? I know I've said the same thing over and over and over, and we'll still get the same question over and over and over. People listen, we can give you the road map. Have given people the road map to $1 million. The road map.
That's true.
You won't even turn on the GPS to get there.
We've only had one person, and she called us today to say she was going to sit with us.
It's bullshit. Kim said, honestly, we can leave on that note. We honestly can leave on that note right there.
Somebody said, talking about I haven't worked since COVID.
How? Talking about I have a whole that's story. Everybody else working? What's the problem?
Yeah.
That job ain't open. There's some more out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And with the internet, the things that we have today, period, you can make some money. I'm going to drop a gem right now for the people that don't have the entrepreneur spirit. Who cares? You don't need that. Go to liveops.com. You got a home telephone. You don't have a home telephone, get one. You can work from home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's another gem. Liveops.com.
That's true.
Right? Answer telephone calls for, these, what is it called? Like the infomercial commercials or other companies or whatever. It comes across your computer screen, how you need to answer the phone. If it's Domino's Pizza and you're taking a order, you know what to say. It's coming across the screen. liveops.com.
phone.
Every time we leave here, I want to leave you a little bit more valuable than when you logged into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But I appreciate it, y'all. I'm gonna go on over to delete that curse word.
What cuss word?
Get the fuck up.
Oh.
You delete it. Every time we leave this bad boy, we gonna leave y'all better than we came.
Yeah.
It's up for you. It's up to you to pick this shit up. Cause we be dropping it. And it's all up to you to pick it up.
That's it.
Yeah. People sick and tired of hearing the excuses. You know, I get on a phone call with family members, with anybody. When you start talking about the woe is me, and I done heard this for 30, 40, 50 years, every time I'm on the phone with you, every time I talk to you, I got a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not finna hop in that energy field with you. I'm not. Hey, I'll call you back, talk to you later. I don't care who it is. And I know you've seen me do it plenty of times. When they start talking about what they don't have and this, that, whatever, all right, well, I'm going to let you go.
People don't have a work ethic. That's right, Paris.
No, they don't. Don't have a work ethic. And there's jobs out there. It's stuff you can do every day.
That's
I don't care if you had to knock on the door to it's a service somebody need out there every day that you can perform for them. If you broke, especially in Atlanta, period, it's because you lazy as hell and you don't want to make it. You don't want to make it happen.
I mean, just remember when I left Geico and I moved up here to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Before I was able to really fully invest my time with real estate and with you and Twan, I actually Uber and what was the name of it? Lyft. Uber and Lyft.
We've been completely transparent.
I was tearing them up like, hey, let click at 5 o'clock. I'm out there to the airport. Here I go. Yeah. If you're not gonna do that for yourself, and then how she said, if you're not gonna do that for your kids, and if you have
if your foreclosure notices, if your eviction notices ain't motivated you, and your kids ain't
you're not gonna get them to Uber, and they will get you a car, you crazy.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with you.
Yeah, you just sitting in that mess. What's that saying? You gotta be a bold mucker to wake up broke and go right back to sleep.
Go right back to sleep.
You
broke.
I'm sick of us.
But see, a lot of people that it's gonna make a way, or God's gonna make a way for me, or God gonna do this. But then they're not doing that. They're sitting there relying on that, and they're not doing nothing.
God is in you.
If
it's going to be a way that's going to be made, you are going to have to take action.
You got to do what you got to do.
Nothing. Right. God has never, for one person, put his hand out the sky and gave one person anything. If you got anything, if you were blessed, and we all are, with anything, it came through another person. Right or wrong, it came through another person. Another reason why being intentional about your relationships is very important.
That's true.
That's another reason why being intentional about the people that you relate with on a regular basis is very important. It's your network determines your net worth. You want to be more valuable? Start hanging around more valuable people. Girl, you better say it. God said, faith without works is dead. Even God telling the lazy asses, oh, yeah. Every day, and Uncle said this morning, he was like, man, this stuff is real. You really got to hunt. Uncle's like, I am a hunter. Our job every day is hunt, kill, drag it home, and then you eat. If you ain't hunting, if you ain't closing that deal, killing, you ain't dragging it home, you ain't eating.
That's it.
This is a high stress level position that we are in, baby. And it ain't made. It's not for the weak.
It's not for the weak at all.
It's not. But y'all, I have enjoyed this.
I have too.
I have. It's so beautiful outside. I have enjoyed this. I'm gonna want to come back in a minute. Hey y'all. Anything you want to say, before we ride out?
No, I'm good for the day. We've
been on here for a minute.
We've talked a lot. We've talked a lot. Everybody just keep positive energy and let's do it. Let's make a better tomorrow for ourselves. We got to make a better tomorrow for ourselves.
And I think you said that's key.
That's key.
Keep keeping, your vibration
high. Yeah.
And knowing that regardless of what we come from, who we come from, where we come from, we are all still worthy and perfectly capable of having the desires of our heart. You know what I mean? If I let the fact that, I grew up in government housing, I can honestly say, even growing up in government housing, my mom, I had a stable life. I did. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if I didn't know I lived in government housing, if I didn't know what a food stamp looked like, I mean, you couldn't have told me we wasn't good. We wasn't Weezy Jefferson. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
She drank her Kool-Aid with Sprite, not water, not Kool-Aid mixed in water. Her Kool-Aid was mixed in Sprite.
that's so crazy. He thought that was so bougie. My mom always said to punch out of hers. They had Kool-Aid in decades, though, for real.
I had a cup from Quick Trip yesterday.
Y'all turn on y'all notifications. Yes, show
Yeah.
up. Yes, please. If y'all still on here, turn your notifications on. Join us. We definitely want to do this a little bit more often for people that aren't around other folks that are having these conversations on a regular basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not blessed to, be around people, the mindsets with certain mindsets, or the people that have experienced some of the things that he and I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly feel like at the age of, I'm 39 years old, y'all, and I swear to you, I probably lived at least 3 lifetimes, like straight up. And I'm just speaking from the things that I've experienced in life. I've lived 3 lifetimes straight up.
Yeah.
It's people that are, twice my age that hasn't experienced, and I'm not even talking about like experience things that you just got to gloat about, and trips and vacations. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about that too, but I'm talking about life experiences. You know what I mean? At 26, I was filing bankruptcy, and I had to realize that all these things that I'm going through, and I mean, I got so many stories, y'all, like some deep ones, like that I can't wait to share. But all these experiences have made me stronger. It's made me, put me in a position where I can help more people. But that's what it's about. Let's experience, let's talk, let's share and grow. Huh?
And grow.
Oh, okay. All right, y'all. See you next time.
Great
Turn your
day,
notifications
everybody.
on.
Goodbye.
Say what's one? Oh.